Surprise, surprise. Hey, you guys. I got my voice back. I think, kind of, sort of.
All right.
Like 98% there. Okay, guys. Well, here we are. I got to hurry up and rush through it because Chat GPT keeps telling me I talk too much. So, as you guys know, we're here. It's Fairy Tale Friday. I got you guys. You're here. Oh, I called you almost an alien. We got Oreo Jr. as an alien. He's so well dressed up that I really thought he was an alien. We got Scott and we got me as an alien because I did a short. Y'all go check that out if you want to. About the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy because that's coming up. So without further ado, we're going to get this a party started. Scott, do you know what Fairytale we're doing?
No, I don't.
Well, today we're going to throw Oreo Jr. over there in the galaxy, honey. Today's fairy tale is going to balance last week's because it was Prudent Hans, and boy, he was not smart. So
Nope, he was not.
No, he was a mess, honey. He needs a helmet. So today, and not for space, baby, just for everyday use. Today we're gonna do clever else. Uh-oh, girl, we gotta offset that.
Clever elves?
Yeah, else. ELSE.
Wow, else.
Yeah, else. E. Yes. Are you ready?
Yes.
Here we go. Oh, you guys make sure to like, share, and subscribe. I was told to do that in the beginning too. Okay, here we go. There was once a man who had a daughter who was called Clever Elsie. And when she was grown up, her father said she must get married. Oh boy, little girl. And her mother said, yes, if we could only find someone that she would consent to have. At least you got a choice, girl. Back in them days, a lot of them girls didn't have no choice.
Just don't pick that Hans guy down the line.
Don't pick Hans, honey. Okay? You do not want to pick him, honey. He is weird. At last, one came from the distance, and his name was Hans.
All right.
And he proposed to her. He made it a condition that Clever Elsie should be very careful as well. No, Hans, you probably should be careful. Y'all check out that video from last week for Fairy Tale Friday. I got to bundle them up. Oh, boy. Oh, said her father. She does not want for brains. No, indeed, said her mother. She could see the wind coming up the street and hear flies cough. I don't think you need to be smart to do that. I think you just need good hearing. But who am I? Well, said Hans, if she does not turn out to be careful too, I will not have her. Careful like what? Are we talking using condoms? Like, does she need to be careful like that? Careful like buckle her seatbelt? Like, what kind of careful are we talking here? And are you Prudent Hans, sir? Because if you Prudent Hans, honey, you need to be careful. I just asked for a helmet for you. For everyday use, not for space. For bumping into walls. Now, when they were all seated at the table and had well eaten, the mother said, Elsie, go into the cellar and draw some beer. Then Clever Elsie,
Is that all right?
They trying to get turned up, baby. It's Friday. TGIF. Then Clever Elsie took down the jug from the hook on the wall, and as she was on her way to the cellar, she rattled the lid up and down so as to pass away the time. That's what they was doing back in the day to pass away the time, just like Jesus. I see why they invented TV and social media. When she got there, she took a stool and stood it in front of the cask so that she did not stoop and make her back ache with needless trouble. Then she put the jug under the tap and turned it. And while the beer was running, in order that her eyes should not be idle, girl, she might have ADHD. She glanced hither and thither. She was like, boom, I'm here there. Boom, I'm there. Boom, I see you. And finally caught sight of a pickaxe that the workmen had left sticking in the ceiling just above her head.
In the ceiling?
She over here talking to Hans. She might be of the same IQ. Then clever Elsie began to cry, for she thought, if I marry Hans and we have a child and it grows big and we send it to the cellar to draw beer, that pickaxe might fall on his head and unalive it. Girl, go on to marry Hans. Marry Hans, baby. Marry Hans. Because if you ain't got enough damn sense to childproof the house by taking the pickaxe out the roof or the ceiling or whatever, honey, you don't need, just marry Hans, honey. It's okay. So there she sat and cried with all her might, lamenting the anticipated misfortune. All the while, they were waiting upstairs for something to drink, and they waited in vain. Yeah, because this chick is having a nervous breakdown over nothing, honey. At last, the mistress said to the maid, go down to the cellar and see why Elsie does not come. So the maid went and found her sitting in front of the cask crying with all her might. Girl, drink some beer so you could at least rehydrate so you don't dehydrate from crying so much. I got you, girl. I'll hydrate for you. What are you crying for? The maid said. Oh, dear me, she answered. How can I help crying? If I marry Hans and we have a child and it grows big and we send it here to draw beer, perhaps the pickaxe might fall on its head and unalive it.
What about you?
She ain't worried about that, Scott. She worried about the baby. She said, be careful. Our Elsie is clever indeed, said the maid, and directly sat down to bewail the anticipated misfortune. So now we got two dummies sitting here, huh? After a while, when the people upstairs found that the maid did not return and they were becoming more and more thirsty, the master said to the boy, you go down in the cellar and see what Elsie and the maid are doing. The boy did so and found both clever Elsie and the maid sitting crying together. Then he asked, what was the matter? Oh, dear me, said Elsie. How can we help crying? If I marry Hans and we have a child and it grows big and we send it here to draw beer and the pickaxe might fall on his head and unalive it. Scott, it's going to unalive it. Oreo Jr. You too far for me to reach. It's going to unalive him.
I'm ready for someone alive to start happening now.
Well, Scott, hold tight. You never know in these books.
All right.
Remember Hansel and Gretel?
Mm-hmm. They're great parents.
Okay. Our Elsie is clever indeed, said the boy, and sitting down, he began to howl with a good will. Upstairs, they were all waiting for him to come back, but as he did not come, the master said to the mistress, you go down to the cellar and see what the hell Elsie is doing. He didn't say what the hell. I added it because, at this point, somebody just sent somebody to the grocery store. So the mistress went downstairs and found all three in great lamentations. And when she asked the cause, then Elsie told her how the future possible child might be unalived as soon as it was big enough to draw beer by the pickaxe falling on it. The mother at once exclaimed, our Chelsea is clever indeed, and sat down and she wept with the rest. Girl, she just is the same IQ as the other ones. When the husband waited a little while, but as his wife did not return, and as his thirst constantly increased, he said, I must go down to the cellar myself and see what must become of Elsie. And when he came into the cellar and found them all sitting and weeping together, he was told that it was all owing to the child that Elsie might possibly have, and the possibility of it being unalive by the pickaxe so happening to fall at the time the child might be sitting underneath it drawing beer. And when he heard all this, he cried. What do you think he cried, Scott? What do you guys think he cried? Put it in the comments.
What did he cry? What did he cry about?
Well, he cried something before he started crying.
What was my God? Beer.
No. He said how clever our Elsie is. And sitting down, he joined his tears to theirs. we see where Elsie got her IQ from. So anyway, the intended bridegroom stayed upstairs by himself a long time. Run, sir, run. And as no one came back to him, he thought he would go himself and see what they were all about. And there he found all five lamenting and crying most pitifully, each one louder than the other. Oh, Lord. What misfortune has happened? Cried he. Oh, my dear Hans, said Elsie. If we marry and have a child and it grows big and we send it down here to the cellar to draw beer, perhaps that pickaxe, which has been sticking up there, might fall on the child's head and unalive it. And how can we help cry at that? Now, I'm going to just put this out here into the universe, into the metaverse. Are you ready, Scott? You ready? Y'all ready?
Mm-hmm.
You know your child won't be unalived if that pickaxe that you've been sitting under for all this time just falls on your head, period. Then I guess all them gonna have to reverse course and cry for you. I don't know. Maybe they'll still cry for the child. I don't know.
I don't know. That's what I've been rooting for.
I mean, collectively, all these people down in that cellar, IQ is probably about room temperature, period. Okay. Now, said Hans, I cannot think that greater sense than that could be wanted in my household. You don't want that, sir. I thought you were prudent Hans, but I think you might be a different Hans. A lot of people name their kids Hans, I think.
I guess so.
So, as you are so clever, Elsie, I will have you for my wife. And taking her by the hand, he led her upstairs, and they had the wedding at once. Damn.
Getting ready to make that baby.
He want that baby. So that axe pick can come on down. A little while after they were married, Hans said to his wife, I am going out to work. In order to get money, you go into the field and cut the corn so that we may have bread. Okay. Wait. Oh, it's cornbread. Okay. Very well. I will do so, dear Hans, said she. And after Hans was gone, she cooked herself some nice stew and took it with herself into the field. And when she got there, she said to herself, now, what shall I do? Shall I reap first or eat first? All right, I'll eat first. Because she wanted to eat in the field, Scott. She's just doing what she wants. Why did she sit down there and make everybody cry about something that never happened? Who knows? These people crazy. So anyway, then she ate her fill of stew, and when she could eat no more, she said to herself, now what shall I do? Shall I reap first or sleep first? All right, I will sleep first. Oh, girl, this is prudent, Hans. This is not clever. Girl, okay. They were joking. This is satire. Then she lay down in the corn and went to sleep. And Hans got home and waited there a long while, and Elsie did not come. So he said to himself, I bet you that heifer down in the cellar. No, I'm kidding. He said to himself, my clever Elsie is so industrious that she would never think of coming home and eating. But when the evening drew near and still she did not come, Hans set out to see how much corn she had cut. But she had cut no corn at all. But there she was, laying in it asleep. Then Hans made haste home and fetched a bird net with little bells and threw it over her. And still she went on sleeping. Sir, why didn't you shake her ass? Okay, it doesn't even matter at this point. We almost done, y'all. And he ran home again and locked himself in and sat down on his bench to work. At last, when it was beginning to grow dark, clever Elsie woke. And when she got up and shook herself, the bells jingled at each movement that she made. Then she grew frightened and began to doubt whether she were really clever Elsie or not. Okay, girl. Okay, girl. And said to herself, am I or am I not? Am I not? And not knowing what answer to make, she stood for a long while considering. At last, she thought, I will go home to Hans and ask him if I am I or not. He is sure to know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I got my name tattooed on me, and I had it for that reason, just in case you get amnesia. I could just look down and be like, oh, okay, that's my name. No
How would you know
idea.
where to look though?
Scott, I'll know there's a tattoo there. I'll look over my body. I'm gonna have to figure something out.
So
ID
at
card
any
not
reason, you're
needed.
gonna think, oh, I better look all over my body and see if my name is on there.
I feel like I would know that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
I might forget my name, but I won't forget my purpose to look for that tattoo. Really, I got it at 16 and, you know, never had it removed. But okay. So she ran to the door of her house, but it was locked. She then knocked on the window and cried, Hans, is Elsie within? Yes, answered Hans. She is in. Then she was in great fright, in a greater fright than ever, and crying, oh dear, then I am not I. Mhm. She went to inquire at another door, but the people hearing the jingling of the bells would not open to her, and she could get in nowhere. So she ran away beyond the village, and since then, no one has seen her. And they all lived happily ever after. That is the end of this. What did it say right here? The next one is like no. Scott is perplexed.
Mm-hmm.
Scott want to go down into the cellar and cry. Okay, guys, what did y'all learn? Scott, what did you y'all put in the comment section? Scott, what did you learn?
I learned that there's a reason why you haven't heard of some of these fairy tales.
Hey, Walt Disney knew what could make him money and what couldn't make him money. And Clever Elsie ain't making nobody no damn money, to include Clever Elsie, okay?
I also like that, you know, as soon as their kid's big enough, they're just going to send him down the cellar to get their beer.
And not take the damn pics. Look, it was a lot going on. These people should be reported to CPS before they have a child, okay?
Pickaxe or not, I like that. Put that kid to work.
Scott, y'all don't listen to Scott. Scott, don't send y'all children over to Scott house if y'all want babysitting, because he gonna work them to death, child. Okay, so what did I learn? Just because somebody has the name clever or smart, just because other people think somebody is clever or smart, does not mean they're clever or smart. It is subjective. If the whole family is stupid, but somebody is smarter than the stupid people, they're going to think they're clever. But to you, it may not be clever. Okay, guys. Well, that concludes that. I was going to finish Road to Nowhere, but I'm going to do it tomorrow because I've already done like 2 things and I'm tired. So anyway, we of course love having you guys. Let me grab Oreos in here. Of course, we love having you guys. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you guys enjoyed. Sorry about that story. I don't know what the hell that was, but hey, Grimm had some fairy tales, baby. Now you know about Clever Elsie, honey. Anyway, thank you guys for hanging out. Hope you guys enjoy. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe. Check out, some other videos, comment, all that good stuff if you want. We're gonna bid you guys adieu. So from wherever we are to wherever you are, peace, love, happiness, and we'll see you guys later. We'll see you later. Bye.